Let's talk about validation and motivation because why wouldn't we while I'm decorating this cake? I feel like I was so busy this holiday season, I barely uploaded any content whatsoever because I was so far behind with my baking. When I first started my channel, this would have been absolutely unheard of, but I think it's because when I start something new and I commit to something, I get so obsessive about it. And my motivation really was so intrinsic. And I knew that I wasn't going to be making money off of YouTube for a very, very long time, and I really didn't know what YouTube money really looked like anyway, so it really was just wanting to do something for the sake of doing it. Now, this was 2020, when everybody was starting all of their hobbies like baking bread all of a sudden, and I had very little responsibility because I was stuck in my house, so it was easy to throw myself into my channel. However, I stayed obsessed with my channel for years after that, well after I was allowed to leave my house. But my motivation still really remained that I just loved seeing all the cool things that I could accomplish and all of the videos that I could make. On the flip side, though, I feel like it might be a little bit different in real life. Like, yes, I love accomplishing something and looking at all of the baked goods I made just because it looks really cool when there's a lot of them, but it is nice to be validated by those around you and be known as the baking lady. You know what I mean? Of course, this does add pressure because anytime that you're seeking external validation, you're going to want to reach that same height every time, or maybe better. And I feel like that's why this season I was just so burnt out. Like I knew I had to deliver just like I always do at every family gathering, and especially because it's Christmas and there's this pressure on Christmas in general. But I just kept telling myself, get through this and then you're going to be absolutely fine and you're going to be able to relax. But this season, things have been so back to back to back. It was my father-in-law's 60th birthday, so I was asked to make all of the desserts for that, and I had to make them gluten-free. But largely, the reason that I agree to do these things all back to back like this is so that I have motivation to continue to create content. I think it's a good thing to do things to keep yourself motivated, but this season, I may have taken on a little too much. I want to say one last thing about validation, and this is a phenomenon that I love just watching in my comments, where if a video gets really popular and there's lots of comments on it and then somebody receives a lot of likes on their comment, they feel so great about themselves and they just want to be famous on YouTube through their comment. I just find it so funny.